Welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out this week. I don't know if we'll ever get back to the Drifters race, Kevin.
Oh, we will.
But in the meantime, we've got some other business that we have to take care of.
We have a Spago to kill.
Well, you see, there's like a murder mystery, and then there's a race, and then you're busting out Yosuke out of private prison.
Right.
It all makes sense.
Our vacuum cleaner is a mass murderer.
Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't bring him.
Yeah, but we are going to have to get rid of the bodies at some point.
You are now forever working here because of the atrocities you've committed.
Yes.
So last time
on Critical Hits,
you guys had mostly plotted and schemed and assessed and planned, and I should probably stop going through thesaurus.com. A way of getting your friends, the Trash Wyverns, out of Muckrakers. And what you have come up with is you now have in your possession a sandworm nodule sprouting little tendrils that are connecting to Amu. And Amu has successfully inoculated pretty much everybody, not Vangi and Hecubino, although that's likely about to happen. And you have also hacked into one of the walking eye spider bots to be able to perhaps confuse them as to where you are. And that is what you have come up with so far. It does seem like Spago and Scophos have your number. Something may have changed when Spago came down excitedly from the surface moments ago and then unleashed a torrent of accusations against you and threatened to imprison the lot of you.
I think we have to burn this place to the ground.
I concur.
Well, it's going to be hard with all the slime. Hey, Amu, hit me.
Yeah, and me, please.
It's going to hurt.
Okay.
Slap.
Ah!
All right. So all of you guys have been inoculated at this point, and all of the Trash Wyverns have as well. So Nibbles turns to Vangi and Hecubino and says, "All right, guys, what's the plan?"
Well,
plan is we bust out of here.
All right. Lead the way and we'll follow, except we still have these manacles, so we'll follow slowly.
Can I cut the manacles?
Yeah, does my android strength allow me to break these off?
What is your strength?
I don't know. 12.
Your android strength of 12?
Yes.
Probably not.
Better than my wisdom of 10. And my charisma of a 9.
How about my android buzzsaw?
Rutger Hauer, you are not.
Titanium.
Rutger Hauer, you are not. Ouch.
That was a time delay joke there, Kevin. It took Sam a minute to figure out you were making a Blade Runner reference.
If
joke grenade,
you guys would probably have an easier time picking them open, but
yes. But I
do
think
we
we're also
do we
not
feel
gonna...
that it's going to give us a significant?
So you guys are not manacled. Right. The Trash Wyverns are. So they don't have weapons though either. So I don't know how much of an advantage that's going to grant.
Sure.
Well, they have at least one knife.
That's true. What would it be to try and pick their locks as we move?
Let's say
sleight of hand.
No, engineering.
Engineering.
It would be an acrobatics check for them to try to escape on their own.
Can I do an acrobatics check to try and help them escape?
Yeah, by impressing them with how mobile you are.
It's like if you juggle while they do it.
Okay. Can I talk them through it and make a diplomacy roll?
Can you help them with a piloting roll?
Dislocating your shoulder, a tutorial.
Is getting from here to there.
Sometimes you will need to dislocate your shoulder.
Legitimately, though, now that we've moved from stealth into violence, can you guys
Yeah.
hack like the walking eyes to, I don't know, zap or attack or mess with
Do the walking
people?
eyes have any defensive capabilities?
They do.
Good.
Uh.
Can I turn them into an army of walking eyes? Yeah.
The attack of the eye creatures.
You can try.
Okay, let me ask another
Bunch of
question.
hacking.
Similar question. Do the walking eyes have a self-destruct mechanism?
Well, let's turn this into something a little bit more concrete, shall we?
Okay.
So we've all rolled initiative, and
Brackets.
let's use that to handle our actions. So,
All right.
Quentin, you're asking some questions. Is your
Yes.
action to assess all of these possibilities, or do you want to actually do something?
I'm going to want to act.
All right, well, you're up.
I'm up. All right. Do they have self-destruct mechanisms?
No, though they do seem to be vulnerable to
Like overloads?
Yeah, overloads, exactly. Like, you think a well-placed hit or a powerful electric shock could destroy these things in one hit.
And you said there were how many of them? Are they all over, or you said there were 8?
There's 8, although now
8.
there's 7.
There's 7.
Yeah,
Well,
we have control of Jerry number 6.
Jerry
Right.
number
Okay.
6.
Jerry number 6. So I can't. I'm aware of their positions because I'm locked into their systems. I'm going to destroy them in order. I'm going to kill Ted, then Bill, then Bob, not our Bob, the other Bob, and then the other Bob, Bob 2. And take them out. I would like to try and destroy all 7 eyes, and I'd like to do it with one shot that just ricochets around the room and kills them all. But I understand how that may not be possible. You've already accused me of making a cartoon, so let's talk rationality here. How many can I kill?
What are you trying to do? Are you trying to shoot them, or are you trying to like hack them?
Well, if they don't have a self-destruct mechanism, but they do
trying to
have
shoot them?
defensive systems.
Can you like
Yes, they have
overload
little
the
force
network or
fields.
something?
They have little force fields.
Mhm.
Do they have any attack capacity?
Oh yeah, they've got integrated laser eyes.
Okay. I'm going to make them walk in front of us and fire their laser eyes incessantly.
So you're gonna try to hack?
I'm going to try to hack.
All right.
I'm going to make them walk in front of us, firing their laser eyes at Scrofulous. What is his name? Scophos.
Scophos.
I wrote it down. But
Why
my
don't
brain
you give
doesn't.
me a computers check?
Computers check. 23.
Is quite good, and these things are already kind of vulnerable, as I previously mentioned. So you're able to. So the thing is, you realize you can't hack their direct operating system. You can't tell them what to do.
Right.
You can all that you have access to is their visual feeds.
Oh.
However,
right.
you can intercept what orders they have, and you
Mhm.
can change what they see.
I'm going to make them see me trying to kill me. But the me that they're going to see is in front of us, so that they're following that me in front of us and trying to fire at him, theoretically. So they're going to see a little Quentin going through the room, so that they will try and chase
this
him down and kill him.
ephemeral Quentin down the tunnel and start shooting laser eyes at it. At least we will say 3 of them do, because only 3 are within range.
Yeah, 3 is better than none.
You know, my tablet has a I can make like a little IR BB-8 appear on like my coffee table. So I think that's basically a technology you're talking about.
Yeah, it's literally just, the thing that you can do.
Yeah, I was kind of imagining like a poorly drawn Quentin with like a 2-frame walk cycle just superimposed. over it.
Filmations, Quentin.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have legs, right?
Well, neither did Orko, and he still got a 2-frame walk cycle.
Good point. So they see a little Quentin in a hat and a purple. No, No, they don't. With a big Q on his chest. No, I'm serious too. Yes, so 3 of them. We can get 3 of them going, which, in theory, if I understand the rules of the game, probably means that my turn is over.
Yeah, you can move around if you want. You have a move action, but that's it.
Can I start following them down down?
Absolutely.
Okay,
For sure.
I'm going to try and
is-
send the ephemeral me in the direction that I remember from the picture of the map.
So
that
long as they
thrill
never turn
dreams.
around, because then they'll like think that they're in a like hall of mirrors, and they'll probably get confused and overload. And blow
No,
up.
because if they turn around and see me, I'm going to look like another walking eye.
Oh, you'll hack what they see again.
Right. And I'm
very
going to be
clever.
like, ignore me.
I'm Jerry number 6.
How are you?
Hey, don't you know me? It's me, Jerry number 6.
Jerry number 6. Pleased to meet ya.
Bob. Yeah. So Quentin takes the lead with confidently floating through the tunnels with his spider drone army. What do you do?
I think I need to try to get to that elevator as quickly as possible and hack that thing open so that we can get upstairs as quickly as possible to stop evil Spago from doing whatever evil Spago is doing.
Okay, yeah. So you haven't gone to the elevator recently. Only Vangi and Hecubino did when they met Scophos and then took the nodule there. So for you, you're going to have to recall it from the map.
Okay.
That Thrill drew. So why don't you give me an intelligence check?
Well, that's not a very good one, but we'll do that anyway. And we will get an 18.
That's plenty good.
Good. Hey, guys, the elevator is this way. The rest of you workers, rise up, throw off your shackles of oppression. It's time to get out of here.
Would you like to make a diplomacy check?
I mean, it's not going to do anything, but 15.
All right. Some of them throw down their muck rakes and then go, oh, actually, wait a minute. These make good weapons. And pick their muck rakes back up and then start slowly trudging through the muck in your general direction.
Nice.
Way to Spartacus it up.
Vangi, after that inspiring speech, what do you do?
That's a very good question. I will how far away are we? Like, can we see Spago and
You're back by the trash wyverns, so you're down the tunnels. You only heard Spago over the loudspeaker.
Gotcha. All right, then if we're just in the range of I will try to make my way through this area as kind of quickly as possible, and if I don't know, maybe use athletics if that's possible to trudge through the muck and carry around some of the smaller folks to help them get closer faster.
So yeah, I should be clear about this. The muck is difficult terrain. So
nice.
I'm allowing Quentin to float through it, ignoring it, and the walking eyes all have a special sure-footed property that lets them ignore difficult terrain as well.
Sure.
So everyone else, though, you're trudging.
All right. Then yeah, does Skritic normally move at a lower speed because he's small, or is that not a real thing?
That's not a thing in Starfinder.
Okay.
No,
Fair
actually, I have a higher speed because features 40
enough.
foot.
Sure.
Because he can,
And I also can
scurry.
ignore difficult terrain, I believe. Hold on, that's a feat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
20 feet of difficult terrain I can ignore each round.
Nice.
So Skritic seems fine, and actually a lot of the other trash wyverns, not all of them, but several of them seem to be pretty decent at it as well. Rutschuk is the slow one,
Gotcha.
moving
Right,
at
well,
a regular speed 30.
Putting all his talent
I'm
points into
gonna
computers.
grab onto the. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, it's just that guy put all his feats into computer stuff.
Like you do.
He's the nerd.
That's what I kind of.
Yeah, I mean that's the same speed as Bob, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So grab Bob.
Bob's making his way. He's got a whole army of people following him. We've got our pitchforks and our torches.
Torches are probably unsafe with all of this gas.
I said we were going to burn this place down, didn't I?
I don't think we actually have torches.
We can make torches. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I'm just gonna try to clear some of the
An
distance. so
Akaton,
that
a
I can-
torch is a flashlight.
right, we got that. Lovely.
So what are you doing, Maggie?
I'm just trying to clear the distance and helping anyone who's having a slower time through the muck.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Sounds good.
Just
What?
imagine Vengi walking along with a bunch of people on her tail.
Yeah, right. Just like Yusuke on each shoulder.
Wait, she has a tail, right?
She does.
Okay. Unless she gets really mad, then it falls off and she can run away.
No,
Good.
not
So
that kind of lizard.
you are definitely able to basically assist anyone who's falling behind or struggling or going at the slowest speed. You're able to pick them up and kind of push them forward. Plus, you're taking a full move action yourself. So you're doing that as you move.
Cool.
Grab them and just do the old barroom toss down 30 feet at a time. I'll shut up now.
Hecubino.
I will. I'm gonna activate. I'm gonna keep detect thoughts up, and I think I probably have to reactivate it at this point because I think it only lasts like a minute per level tops.
It does last a minute per level, but I'm going to say that that's fine. We've mostly just been chatting, so.
Okay. So yeah, basically I'm going to keep a cone out for any incoming resistance like patrol bots or anything like that. See if I can detect them as like before they get to us.
Fair enough. So you're trudging through the muck, but also paying attention for oncoming fighters.
Yep.
Okay,
Incoming,
sounds-
and obviously keeping an extra eye out for mean named characters.
Sounds good. So Skritic, what are you doing?
Oh, they still got the manacles on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do engineering to start getting those off.
Sure. Thrill
Gotta
holds
go.
out her arms.
Okay. 24.
Thanks. After this is over, there's some ruins outside of town. Normally go there alone. They're pretty cool. And then she pops the knife out of her cheek and starts working to free her compatriots, but tucks like a tuft of hair past her ear and like looks at you as she continues to work.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know what the plans are after this, but we'll see.
Smooth.
Picking the ruins.
Smooth.
I'm trying really hard not to detect those thoughts.
It's a cone. It's a cone.
Yeah.
So that was initiative 19.6. So it wasn't just all, it was all PCs, 5 PCs in a row, but there's some other things that happened before. Sorry, Rob.
Oh no.
Oh no, Rob.
He's used to it.
At least we'll all be clumped up once we hit that next.
He's always the slowest.
Yeah.
At least now there's an actual reason. Well, I guess there was reasons with Ket too.
Yeah, there was always been a reason. Yeah, with Ket.
I
There's
do not
always-
focus
there's
on
always a reason
initiative.
with Ket.
So to Hecubino, you detect 2 patrol class security robots approaching.
I'll say we've got incoming.
And they are not sure exactly where you guys are, but they are scanning through the tunnels and they are listening for the signs of shouting, which Bob conveniently applied to them.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden they get some laser beams shot at them by Quentin's army of spider drones, and they approach. So they're going to take their full turn moving, but you can see 2 of them. Again, they're kind of ceramic, They've got one eye, kind of looks like an extended camera, and then they're holding forth. Each one of them is holding forth an arm that is has a minigun as part of it. So that's their turn. The trash wyverns start to they pull out a bunch. They've evidently been storing some stuff or trading with people in the black market that is here at Muckrakers, and they gather up all of their supplies, and they're messing with their manacles themselves, making acrobatics checks, making engineering checks to try to free each other, and a couple of them succeed. So we'll say Nibbles and Pitch are free as well as Thrill. Then you can hear over the loudspeaker Spago go, Scophos, we're going to receive so much extra credit for this. Now do try to keep them alive. They're still a valuable oh, is this still on? And he turns off the loudspeaker. Then Quentin, the walking eyes proceed further down the tunnel, and you can make out one of the patrol bots through their sensors. So they are, however, you've hacked it to look like you, right?
Right.
Well, then they're going to shoot their lasers at it. So why don't you give me 3 attack rolls at a d20 plus 6?
I can do that. There's some awesome code that I can do.
Yeah,
Slash
don't roll them all together
1d20
because it'll wrap
plus
them up.
6.
Crud. I did too many.
Well, I'll just take the first 3.
Okay.
All right, so hit, miss. I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Pew pew.
Roll a d6.
No modifier. 5.
All right. So they start blasting and more or less provide some covering fire for you guys. But one of them scores a hit on the ceramic armor of a patrol bot.
They have those awesome barking lasers.
There's
another one, man.
Dog.
Yeah, that would be our puppy, Daisy. Daisy, don't bark. Anyway, then 4 more of the eyes emerge from the tunnels. They're trying to converge on your location, except they're still receiving signal from Jerry number 6. So they, or was it Gary number 6?
Jerry, and number 6.
I know. I was making a Parks
At
and
least
Rec reference.
until
Yep.
season 3.
Larry, I believe.
So they think that they're trying to like spread out and find you. They haven't yet put together that you've got one of the signals, so they're wandering around, but they have not located you yet. However, Scophos doesn't. You haven't hacked his superior labyrinthine mind yet. But Hecubino, you have your chance as you detect a more palpable intellect than these robots, which are pretty low intelligence.
Hello, we are robots.
Yeah. You detect something with a higher intelligence entering, which is probably either Spago or Scophos, entering your cone.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can I try and daze them?
I will let you. So you've been concentrating on detect thoughts, which requires an action.
Sure.
So what I would allow you to do, kind of reflexively here, is force them to make a will save against your detect thoughts.
Okay, that's fine. Then I'll be like, oh, we got incoming, and I'll try to get as much information from detect thoughts as possible.
Okay, and what's your save DC?
My save DC for detect thoughts, which is a level 1 thing spell, is 16.
All right. So you can detect the thoughts going through Scophos. You're very sure it's Scophos's brain. And his surface thoughts are, all right, Scophos, time to frag. Let's go. Let's get psyched. And he's like, he's loading up his weapons, and he's pulling out his he's got a rifle in one arm and a cryo pike in the other, but when he like cocks the rifle, it makes the chick noise, but he does it in his head too. He's like chick chick, yeah. Locked and loaded.
Yeah, I'll give he likes these weapons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he probably knows like literally what like model and everything they are.
Oh yeah, Frostbite class.
Yep, I relay all of that mainly to Vangie, but I say it out loud. Like, we got Scophus coming in. He's got a Frostbite class, Ice Pike, and I don't know.
Yep, exactly. Both his weapons are actually cold weapons for whatever reason.
Well, Frostbite Pike Ice class is all I need to know. I've been looking for an upgrade.
Yeah, there's a tactical cryo pike and the Frostbite class 0 rifle.
Well, there you go. Yep.
Well, both of those sound awesome.
But the other thing you get in your head Hecubino is a much better interpretation of the map. By detecting Scophos's thoughts, they don't. It's hard to kind of anchor it in your mind, but you realize like he has just a much better sense of direction and where everything is. Like he's not someone who ever loses his keys. He just remembers the location of everything relative to everything else. And for a moment, you glimpse that as well.
Nice. It's like finding the compass in Zelda.
Exactly. So he seems to be hunting you, though. So he goes off. He actually exits your cone as you realize from momentarily reading his thoughts that he knows back ways through here that you don't.
Okay. Do I get any sense of any way that we can shorten our dash?
Yes. So from that, you actually now know it's like, oh wait, there is a faster way through than kind of the long way you and Vangie took before.
Can I convey that to the others?
On your turn, you can. That was on Scophos's turn. So
sure.
Amu going at the old 0.
Woo. Is there any of the Yosoki? Yeah. Yep. Yosoki that are lagging behind still?
Yeah, there are a couple of them that are still, manacled up and are lagging. I mean, Vangie is helping them, so they're not falling too far behind, but it seems like Kek and Rachuk are still.
Can I tell which one is struggling more?
Vangie, are you helping one more than the other?
Might be helping Kek more just because he's funny.
Kek's a girl, but yep.
Oh, she's funny. Sorry.
Yep.
All right. She's getting a.
Kek is up on Vangie's shoulders, being like, this is quite a ride.
Never mind. Is the other one on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. That one's getting the booster. It's going to be the double one, the +2 enhancement to skill checks, and +10 enhancement bonus to speed.
So you fling something at him?
All right. Was I able to bring my grapple thing in?
Sure.
Yeah, I think
it wasn't a weapon.
Gandalf did in.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll reach over with that and pop her with him. Pop him with the booster. Let him move faster and have a better chance of getting out of those cuffs.
Wow, Amu, this feels great. You should do this to people all the time. I've just realized that by my calculations, we'll be out of here in no time whatsoever. And I also think that I can hack the system up front, and then I could unleash everybody else, and then I could share these all the things that Quentin's been recording with everybody else, and maybe we could cause like a little bit of a scandal. And this feels fantastic.
Am I crazy, or did we just prove that Spago might have been right about Amu?
He is a drug pusher.
I am medical doctor. Thank
I
you.
just feel faster and like
we am a medical
everything.
doctor.
We are a medical doctor.
All of us share one license.
Maybe that's part of the legal problem.
But that does increase his speed, and Sarachuk, trudges through the muck a bit faster. And then at the end of the round are the other prisoners. And at this time, Spago will hop back on the mic and say, everyone not attempting to break free, know this. If you assist in detaining the group that is assaulting us, 5 years will be cut from your sentences. And if you have less than 5 years, you'll be set free. So consider and take your chances. And it looks like some of the prisoners are not sure which side they should be on. But they are trudging through the tunnels carrying muck rakes. And we go back around to Quentin. You guys all took like at least some move down the tunnel. So you're getting into some of the intersections and closer to the elevator. And when other people give you insight, like the Trash Wyverns or Hecubino, they might be able to point you in the right direction. But you're definitely getting closer to Spago and some of the other robots. But Quentin, what are you doing?
How complex is the overhead paging system?
Oh, not complex at all.
Okay. Can I click into the overhead paging system?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna bluff.
Okay, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. What I meant to say was anyone who assists these fugitives in escaping the muck will in fact be rewarded with their freedom. Oh, it's me, Spago. Hello.
Are you actually trying to pretend to be Spago?
I mean, he has a recording of his voice. Why
I
wouldn't
have
he?
a recording of his voice. I'm going to attempt to replicate Spago's voice and bluff that I am indeed Spago.
Okay. So
I am a robot. I can do this. I have
you can
very
try.
sophisticated
try.
voice synthesization.
Yeah, the problem is that doesn't make any sense.
You know what? I hate to be that guy, but I'm pretty sure impersonating other people is literally one of the functions of bluff.
Oh, it certainly is.
Oh, it is.
It's going to be all
But
about
like
your
that's
game
also
play
one of
role.
those lies
Oh,
that's
sure.
almost impossible to believe, but everyone
Sure,
wants to believe it. Really, like it's. I remember the old PHB bluff example. It's like these emeralds aren't stolen. I just need to unload them cheap, real quickly. It's like you want to believe them, but okay. So, go ahead, go for it.
I've decided to turn over a new leaf. God, 12.
Ugh. Oof. So,
My
even to you
synthesizer
guys,
didn't quite catch his nuances. Crap.
it's actually so like you're able to get his voice recording, and like that works okay. But then when you try to adjust it, you realize that Quarlu have a much greater like range of sounds that they're capable of producing than humans or most humanoids are. And it's just very difficult to replicate their particular harmonics and melodious voice. And then everyone also pauses to go, wait, did you just say you'd free us? And like all the prisoners just look confused.
Well, hopefully confusion works to our advantage.
All right. So otherwise you continue floating down the tunnel?
Yes, and whatever it was that I was doing to make sure that the robots are following the evil me, I'm still doing that, totally.
Cool. Bob.
Imagine me.
So there's 2 more ceramic robots in front of us, or have they been taken care of?
No, they are not taken care of yet. You are just turning the corner, and yeah, Quentin has just started firing on them with his spider bot walking eyes. But yeah, there are 2 ceramic patrol bots that are virtually uninjured.
So would engineering allow me to like pick up something off the floor, like a stone or something, and throw it and see if I can make part of the tunnel collapse, hit it in a weak spot, and cover those two guys up?
Let's see here. So,
I mean, dungeoneering would. Is it kind of the same thing?
Yeah, dungeoneering isn't in the system.
So I would say you can use engineering to assess like structural weak points for sure. I will just tell you for free that the tunnel is not so weak as to be like throw a stone and it's going to cave in. You have made that check many times over just by being here.
Okay. Well,
now there is slime covering the tunnels that you could, and it drips, but usually it drips very slowly because it's really clingy and viscous. So you could throw a stone and get some slime and maybe slime them.
Yeah, slime their sensors.
Yep.
Yeah. Would that be engineering or would that be something else?
Oh boy. I'm gonna say that's a. There's a combat maneuver for this. I think that's a dirty trick.
Oh, I don't think I have dirty tricks.
That's okay. We'll figure it out together. So
I've got athletics, but that's not super great. But
make a ranged attack roll.
I see under attacks I have laser pistol and unarmed strike.
Yeah, I think
so it would be the same bonus as your pistol because I don't think our pistols get a like.
Yeah, like an enhancement bonus.
They don't have an enhancement bonus yet.
Okay, well, let me try that then. 18?
18. Let's take a look. Yeah, so with that, you're able to jam free, like with the rock, you knock free some of the slime, and you only blind one of the robots, but you still blind one of them, which is great, temporarily. And it starts to try to scrape at the slime, but as I aforementioned, it's really sticky and hard to get off.
Yeah, especially off ceramic surfaces.
Anything else that you try to do, Bob?
I think I just push on. I just think we try to get past these guys as quickly as possible, and hopefully one of these more powerful beings behind me can take these guys down, so we can get out of here as fast as we can.
Vangie, I think that was your cue.
So I can't see Scophos yet.
No one can see Scophos currently. The only person who sensed Scophos was Hecubino, but
all right.
Yeah, well, and I've given you a sense of like roughly in which direction he was.
Cool. Well, then I'm going to try to keep moving in that direction, but like looking around at all of the muckers with that are considering what just came over the PA system. She'll say, all right, how about this? This place is a shell game. We leave, you can come with us. You try to attack us, it's not gonna go well for you.
Would you like to make a diplomacy or intimidate check?
I'll make an intimidate check, thanks.
All right. So the come with us is like grudging. It's not gonna go well for you. That she clearly means.
Yeah. 13, not great.
Okay, but a lot of these people are pretty run down and prone to being able to be intimidated right now because they're desperate.
They're taking penalties.
Yeah, and I've got a weapon.
All right, so at the very least, you've scared them off, and you otherwise run towards the patrol robots.
Yeah.
Are you trying to engage in melee with them?
Yeah. Just trying to like.
You'll be able to close such that, like, at the very least, they'll be able to close to you this round.
Cool.
Hecubino.
Given what I got from Scophos' brain, I'll be like, okay, everyone, new route. We go that way, and then we make a left, and then we make a left, and then we make a right, left, and then we go down the tunnel and then up the stairs. Well, they're not really stairs. They're like a little ramp thing. And then we go halfway up the curlicue, and that'll get us there faster.
Okay, break. And you take off going in the directions you gave?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, you're able to you realize that the patrol bots are actually guarding the most straightforward passage, but not the way you're taking. So you might be able to go around them, but it looks like, you know, Quentin and Bob and Vangie have already engaged. Plus, they'll be on your tail regardless. Right. So, you know, engaging with them isn't a bad idea. So with that, you're able to like take the lead of the group if that's what you're trying to do, to like guide them the rest of the way and make a fair bit of progress.
Sure.
Are you still trying to concentrate on detect thoughts? That does take effort.
Yeah. I mean, unless anything that I've done so far would preclude me from it.
Nope, that's fine. All right. Then Skritic.
I think at this point I would probably kind of get to the periphery of the crowd and try to hide so that we run into any further resistance. At least I'm not in the direct line of fire and can maybe try to make a strike from an unseen location.
Sure. There's often a lot of cover. You know, the tricky thing is you want to hide from somebody. You know, like there's nothing, you know, like from a direction or from you know, there you can hide given the muck or some of the, you know, just weird ridges of the tunnel, or around a corner or things like that. But who are you trying to hide from?
Well, he's told us that what's his face is going to be coming around here soon, right?
Yep.
Well, I think I want to be hidden from wherever he'll be coming from.
But you don't know where that is.
Ah, darn.
Around the
okay.
mountain.
How about alternate thought? Will I be able to survival to kind of help people into less mucky areas so that they can move
Absolutely.
faster?
Yeah. You can start to analyze the muck and try to find paths through it that are not difficult terrain. That would speed people up greatly. The shallow parts of the muck.
If you walk through it,
trails.
You sink, but if you run through it, it holds its tension.
Or at least 20 feet every 6 seconds.
Oh my goodness. You're like, wait, guys, the deeper brown muck is deeper and more difficult to trudge through, but the sickly kind of green that you naturally want to avoid, that's the shallower muck that you actually want to run through.
Oh, it's firmer.
Do that.
It's more clingy and more acidic and smells much stronger, but it's not difficult terrain. So with that, you're able to speed the rest of the group up significantly, Skritic.
Excellent.
So then there are the 2 patrol bots, and let's see, they've got a target-rich environment. One is going to close with Vangie and try to slam into her.
Bring it.
Ooh, okay, you asked for it. That means that is a pretty tame critical hit.
Oh no.
Oof. So it just wails. So these things are also in bad repair. They look like they were purchased, you know, used discount repair shop patrol class security robots. But it still just slams into you with one of its metal arms for 19 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Yeah, they sting. It stings.
Yeah. Well,
the
it
other
still
one
comes out of stamina, so.
The other one will start shooting its minigun and will blow up Ted.
No, not Ted.
At that, something happens. You guys feel a rumbling, and the slime starts to drip from the ceiling slightly faster. After a moment, the shaking gets more intense with several sharp jolts, and those of you with legs have to catch yourself or brace against the muck-covered tunnel walls as the quaking continues.
Coming for its babies.
Do we know if these things are psychic?
Who's that a question for?
Oh, that's
Me?
just a general out of character question. I don't think Hecubino actually pointed out that he had been attacked, did he?
No, I did.
Okay.
I mean, I told Bangy about it.
Okay.
So then the trash wyverns scurry along, and some of the eyes that Quentin does not control have finally started closing in on you. But Thrill stabs the knife through one of their the bright red eye sockets, and it collapses. Then Spago, will say over the loudspeakers, I hate to do this, but you force my hand, and you all feel a minor jolt of something. It's like being shocked by an electric shock if you were immune to the pain. It's very weird.
It's like you register it.
Right. You feel it. It just doesn't hurt?
Yeah. Several of the other prisoners start screaming in pain. Anyone who was nearby you that wasn't inoculated, but it seems like basically all of you and the trash wyverns are able to shake it off due to Amu's inoculation.
Good work, Amu.
Nicely done.
Can you turn it into an aerosol and affect our fellow prisoners?
Maybe.
Don't do that, it'll take too long.
Darn it. Sorry, fellow prisoners.
Let's just run. They were about to kill us with rakes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that brings up the aforementioned walking eyes. So they're going to, well, first of all, Quentin or Matthew, because technically it's Matthew making the dice rolls, not Quentin.
Oh.
Why don't you go ahead and make another 2 attack rolls. One of yours got shot out by the minigun of the robot.
Ted is gone, but I've still got Bob 2 and Naomi. 13 and an 18.
That 18 will hit. So roll
Naomi hits. Who do they hit?
They hit the patrol class robot. So why don't you roll a d6?
I'll roll a d6. 5. Kill it.
Pretty good.
Aim for its face.
Pretty good. All right. So one of them has taken a fair bit of damage, and the other one is blind. And then the other eyes start closing in on you, and they're providing some harrying fire. So there's just, imagine less of a targeted blast and more like they're just shooting lasers at you constantly, forcing you guys to have to like duck and cover and like handle corners more carefully, lest you get blasted a bunch. There are covering fire and harrying fire in Starfinder for what it's worth. So basically, a harrying fire means that they're giving their allies a bonus on their next attack rolls against you.
Jerks.
Yep. Sometimes worthwhile if your attack is not that good, but you can assist somebody else with a bigger attack. For instance, a creepy Minotaur man with a cryopike. It is Scophos. And he is going to emerge from one of the nearby tunnels. Who is he going after? So Vangi was in there. Hecubino was the lead. Quentin was there. So we got Bob. It's Amu, Bob, or Skritic. It will be Amu.
That tracks.
And he will heft his cryopike and slam it into you. What is your EAC?
Bad. 14.
Oh, yeah, that is not good. So then you're going to take 19 cold damage.
Oh. Where does that go to? Is that hit points or stamina?
Stamina. Goes to stamina first.
Okay. Ow.
Indeed. So he has now closed the distance, and with the frost coming off of his pike, you can see his breath as he exhales through his gigantic nose, and you can make out his the Noir skull, the Minotaur skull on his t-shirt, which is now covered in Amu's blood-like substances and little pieces. And he's got this crazed thrill in his red eyes. And you note actually that it's starting to get brighter, Amu. The muck has just changed, perhaps a couple of shades lighter, and starting to show some signs of bioluminescence. And you are up. You're also in melee.
Tell the sandworm we're on its side.
Huh?
The ground is also shaking. That has not stopped.
I'm gonna attempt to hit the Scophos.
Krabos, yep.
With a basic inhibitor.
Dude, hit him with everything. He's already jacked up. Good to go.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the minor inhibitor. So that's the best I've got right now, and do that with the grapple thingy, the cost to eject, or the merciful capture pull. Where's the thing? +5 is +5. 20?
20 will hit him. He is armored and tough, but that does connect. So what happens? Well, first of all, you get to roll damage, right? Even though it's merciful, so it is non-lethal, but you still get to roll damage for your weapon.
10.
Okay.
And then he's going to take a neg. Where'd it go? There it is. Neg 1 penalty to attack rolls for 6 rounds.
Okay. And what does that feel like to him?
Everything becomes slightly heavier. Like his muscles are a little tenser. Everything feels like it's just harder for him to move.
You think high G's affect me? They call me G-Man! Ah! And he seems ready to gore you.
Please don't hit us again.
Anything else, Amu, besides that attack and the inhibitor?
Does he have him grappled?
Okay,
No,
you could,
I did not attempt to grapple. Because
you did the attack roll to instead inject him and deal damage.
Yes. Attempt to step out of his reach?
Sure. So let's see here. There's such a thing as a guarded step in Starfinder, where you can move 5 feet. It's the same thing was true in 4th edition, where you move 5 feet without provoking.
Yep.
You can do that, or you can move up to your speed. You could make an acrobatics check as part of that to try to.
Yeah, with that -1 dex mod, I'm thinking not.
Yeah, that'd be bad. So it's either move at full speed, or move 5 feet.
We're gonna try and move 5 feet closer to Vengi.
All right. Sounds good. Cool. And then the prisoners, they start giving Vangi a wide berth, but they are now kind of coalescing around Hecubino and that path out. And they seem to not be really. They're like, what if we don't fight anyone and we just run? So that seems to be their plan. The shaking is getting noticeably worse. So now, if you guys take a full move, I'm going to need an acrobatics check as part of it. Otherwise, you might slip and fall.
Can acrobatics be done untrained?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But the good news is, you can also move at half speed to not have to make that check. And with Skritic pointing out the differences between the types of muck, you're not suffering the penalties from difficult terrain anymore. So you could keep going at half speed and not fall, or you can move at full speed and then you'll have to make an acrobatics check. It's probably not that high a DC acrobatics check, I'm just telling you, but you can tell like you're moving basically during an earthquake. So,
okay.
Quentin.
Yes.
You're up.
All right. So there are how many remaining ceramic death bots in our path?
There are still two, but one has been blinded and one is somewhat injured.
Okay.
You also now see Scophos. He jumped out and fought Amu.
Scophos is behind me?
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds right. We'll say, yeah, basically you can think of him as in between, he's kind of in the middle of the group where like Hecubino might be the one closest to getting out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And followed by like Skritic on that side and Amu.
Okay.
Then there's Scophos. There's a couple of walking eyes coming up through there. Then there's, you and Bob. Then there's Vangi and the patrol robots and some more of your walking eyes.
There are walking eyes that I don't control currently in play?
There are 3 of them, yeah.
Yeah, one of them is attacking me.
Could I grab their brains and make them fire on Scophos?
It will take your whole action to attempt to do so, but you can. They will only act on their action, naturally.
Okay. So I would like to control those 3 and add them to my army.
Your collective? Well, why don't you
I have Bob 2 and Naomi. And this is probably Brenda and Valerie and Skids. So what am I rolling?
I liked Rodrigo's names from earlier.
He's funny. He's good. Don't compare us. I already live in his shadow.
Go for it. Why don't you give me a computers check?
Computers? Am I good at that? Boy, I certainly hope so. 15. Low side.
All right. So you get one of them.
Okay.
And 2 more resist.
But I get 1.
Mm-hmm.
To add to my collective army.
And then you can continue floating in the direction. You're following Hecubino on the way out, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're giving Scophos a wide berth?
As wide as I need to? I mean,
well, he's kind of in between you and Hecubino is the thing. So.
Oh, well then I'll shoot him in the face.
No. It took your action to make that computer check.
Yeah, it'll have to be my next action. Okay. Yes, I will try and stay out of his range.
He gives you the side eye because his eyes are on the side of his head.
Right.
Bob.
What is around? What's something that I can?
Well, you're one of the patrol bots that you blinded is now shooting with its minigun randomly down the corridor while also trying to tear the slime off of itself. The other one got blasted a couple of times by Quentin's walking eyes, and it's still proceeding down. So there's still both of those patrol bots. And then when you turn around, you see Amu battling Scophos not far along the corridor. It's kind of curved away from you, but you can see it.
So there's something I'm going to do something really stupid.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump at the robot that's firing wildly,
Mm-hmm.
try to grab his arm and twist so he's pointing at Scophos using athletics.
Sure. Let's go ahead and make that attempt. Wow.
That's a
That was a very
26.
good roll.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, there you go.
All right, so you're able to leap on top of him, and you're trying to just like
Just
basically
grab his arm that's firing and kind of twist it towards where Scophos is at and hopefully hitting him.
Okay, well, why don't you give me a ranged attack with a plus 13 modifier?
Okay.
So 1d20 plus 13.
All right, so we will add 13 to this. That would be
sorry.
37.
No, because that's adding your own modifiers as well.
Okay, so I rolled a 24.
So naturally, the die roll there was a 17.
Okay.
So that would mean your total mod would be 30.
Okay, 30
17,
then.
It's 13.
Okay.
Because this isn't you making the attack.
Okay.
It's the robot. Basically, we're using its attack roll.
Got it.
But 30 is still definitely a hit for sure. So roll 2d4 plus 4.
Okay. 10.
And Scophos ducks for cover under a barrage of bullets from Bob/patrol bot Bob.
We are Bob squared.
Battle Bob.
Battle Bob, indeed. I think I'm going to just kind of stay here and try to keep this guy firing and pinning down Scophos while everybody else moves past. So I'm not going to take a move action.
Okay, we're going to say that you effectively have him grappled, but he might try to break free of this.
Okay.
Vangie.
So I'm tangling with this robot. Is it still? It has Quentin managed to take control over it?
No. Quentin has no control over the patrol bots whatsoever.
Gotcha. Okay, just making sure.
They're on a different
Then
frequency,
I'm gonna try
so
to
they-
smash back at this robot.
Okay.
You said these things looked kind of decrepit.
They do.
Should I full attack? I'm just gonna regular attack and try to be able to move also.
Okay.
So I will slam into it with my hammer and trying to hit it in one of the places that it hasn't been maintained particularly well. What is my attack with that? It is no, that's damage. Okay. I've got a 19 to hit.
Hit.
And it'll take 14 bludgeoning damage.
Oof. So you smash out one of its legs, and it kind of collapses onto one side. And as the ground shakes, it's having difficulty. It certainly can't follow you easily. It's still technically up, and it could start shooting, but it's gonna have a real tough time keeping pace with you.
All right, then I'm gonna move, and I'll turn to which one is on my shoulder, and then Cat could be like, "What's going on with this earthquake? Is this normal?"
No, this would be one of those. We've been picking up its young and spreading pheromones about type thing. So I'm thinking this is Let's go. Let's get out of here. Out is good. Out would be good.
So I'm gonna try to rush forward. So I'll make that acrobatics check to move full speed.
Okay.
22.
Yep. No problem. So Vangie starts. You can wave at Scophos nearby. Hecubino, you're leading the way out. In fact, you can start as you turn. You can see the elevator, and there's Spago in front of you.
Okay.
With another patrol robot monitoring the elevator.
Spago and another patrol bot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I see behind? Can I see Scophos?
Yes. If you turn, yep.
Does it look like he's just gonna continue massacring Amu?
I am certainly going to continue massacring you.
Okay. that seems like more of a priority. If he is within close range of me, so that's 25 feet plus 5 feet per 2 levels, I'm going to try and command him.
Okay.
So,
yes. So what happens with a command? What kind of command are you sending?
So this, like, one of the commands is flee. The target moves away from you as quickly and directly as possible for 1 round, taking no other actions and provoking reactions for this movement as normal. The other one I'm considering is halt, which makes it dazed for a turn, and I don't know which is better. Like, it seems like having it move away for an entire turn would
Flee
be
is pretty
better.
good.
But
I like
also
flee
being
because also he might like slip in the muck or something like that.
Maybe the sandworm will get him.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly. He'd have to move back, so you're almost effectively losing him 2 turns.
okay, then I'm going to try to make him flee. So he has to make a save, will saving throw, as you do. And the difficulty, this is a level 1 spell, so the difficulty is 16.
Yep, he fails. And he'll be like, no, I can't go back to the surface. That's where the mind lasers are. And he takes off running.
All right. Then I am going
Don't
to...
trust the contemplatives.
Oh, cryptic.
I mean, I would not believe what Scophos tells you.
I don't know. I think, under different circumstances, I think we could have gotten along. But Hecubino tends to feel that way about most people.
It's true.
Then Hecubino will engage his jump jets and continue moving towards the elevator.
All right, Skritic.
Could I have managed to gotten a hold of one of these rakes?
Yeah.
Somewhere around
For
this
sure.
time?
If you want to grab a rake, you can grab a rake. No problem.
Okay.
There's a little coterie of prisoners that have followed Hecubino at this point, and you can ask for one of their rakes.
Okay. Thinking I might want to.
There you go.
That would just count as a weapon without the unwieldy property, perhaps?
Sure.
Okay. So I can try a trick it?
Oh, yeah. What are you guys? You're doing it to Scophos? Scophos is going to run away, for what's worth.
Oh, that's true. He done got spooked. Then can I get to the other guy in time?
Yeah, Scophos drops his pike as he starts fleeing.
Ooh.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go grab that pike then and start making my way to the headman in charge.
HMIC.
Yep.
I thought his name was Spago.
And I don't know if he...
Yep. So you could get to Spago this turn and make a trick attack if you make a acrobatics check to move full speed.
Okay.
You'd also have to leave that pike where it is and let somebody else pick it up, but that's probably not a problem because there's a bunch of people behind you.
I will try the acrobatics here and see if I can get there. Ooh, a 29?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, and so I think basically as I'm running up, I'm going to basically slide in the muck and try to spray him towards his various ice stalks, and hopefully while that distracts him, strike out.
Absolutely. That sounds like a good use of survival, actually, for this.
Excellent. So
it's a good little place for you.
Going to do this +4, so 26.
Yeah, that's going to be higher than
20
his
plus
CR.
CR.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, then he's going to be flat-footed for my attack. Oh, where's my melee?
Predict the little combo machine. Make the acrobatics check to make the survival check to make the attack roll.
Yeah.
It's operatives for you.
Yeah.
They're great.
Roll this attack. That's tied to my survival. So 12 to hit.
So you raise your knife to him, and he goes, "Oh, I was meant for the opera, not for battle." And you realize you can basically abort this into an intimidate check if you want.
Oh, heck yeah. I'll just do that. Let us all go, or I'll kill you now.
I didn't just miss. I meant to hold this knife up to your throat.
Like thuds against the side of, or next to his head. So I roll 22.
Nicely done. Yep, you realize that this is a way more effective way of getting him out of your path, as he is terrified of you. And with that, after a few more rounds, well, actually, hold on. No. We can't skip ahead. I forgot. There's still a big problem that you guys have.
Environmental effect of really angry Sandler.
We almost got.
Amu, put the baby down.
The patrol bots. Bob is hanging on to one, but Bob, you're basically being left behind.
I'll make a flying leap towards everyone else.
Okay. That one will try to tear the muck off of its cameras, while the other one that is ground bound from Vangi's previous assault will unload its minigun on you. What is your kinetic armor class?
My kinetic armor class is 14.
Really?
That's what it says.
Oh.
That's KAC, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then take 7 projectile damage.
7 projectile damage. Done.
And then everyone has to give me a reflex saving throw. As the tunnel begins to shake and quake, and now those engineering checks about whether tunnel stability, those would become viable again, Bob.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Well, good thing I rolled a 14.
Nat 20.
Ooh, look at you.
All right, so it's looking like Quentin's in good shape, Skritic's in good shape, Hecubino's in good shape, and then Vangi, Bob, and Amu, all of you guys fall.
Oh, gross.
Yep, and are covered in the muck. And from down one of the tunnels emerges a monstrous, gargantuan worm covered in chitinous plates. And at the end that approaches you, at first it just looks like you can't even tell what it is until the bioluminescence of the hallway starts lighting up in advance of its approach. And then as you see, it looks like it's like a writhing mass, and you realize that while you can kind of see some of the worm's body, what you can mostly see is just its head, or its top, whatever. And that is like the anemone tendrils of the nodule, except now they've grown to be, several meters long and are thick, ropey, brilliant purple, luminescent tendrils that are reaching out and smashing everything that gets in their path.
I'm gonna give it back its baby.
What baby?
The one you have in your hand.
Oh yeah. Oh, that baby.
I'd say that's definitely stored away in a backpack.
That's a larva. Completely different.
The nodule.
Nodule egg sac.
Don't think you're going to get to keep that one.
So the trash wyverns take off. Spago quivers in fear. The eyes shoot each other. All the eyes just converge and just shoot each other all to death. All the eyes are gone now.
Circular firing squad. You're welcome.
And they all see Quentin. Like everywhere they look, it's all Quentin's.
It's Quentin's all the way down.
Scophos continues his rambling about the mind laser somewhere down the tunnel. He emerges to race back at you, and he takes a shortcut, and he immediately turns and sees the sandworm, and the tentacles just surround him and rip him apart, and the rest of him is gobbled up within the massive sandworm.
Please tell me that his laser at least stayed up.
This thing devoured him whole without even noticing. One thing you can tell immediately, all of you, is that this is more than 10 CRs outside of your range.
Sure.
That's a shame. That was a fine rifle.
Is there any reason to believe that our new little egg thing is what's causing it to come this way?
Well, that and the pheromones.
Yeah, I think the question is like, would it stop if you put the nodule in front of them, or is it just like, something's been triggered in my primitive brain, and now I need to rampage in this direction?
That one.
Why don't you make a life science check for your life? Actually, I'll let you.
Death science check.
I'll let you take 20 on this because this is identifying the sandworm and the reproductive habits of the sandworm.
That's a 32 then.
Excellent. So the sandworms are not what people would call intelligent. No one has been able to discern that they are ever capable of learning or engaging in complex social behaviors, which are typically the things that or like use of tools that people consider intelligence. But they have a bizarre insight that occasionally comes up in strange cases where their actions are unpredictable and more akin to something like human thought. Plus, when people try to read their minds, it often does not go well.
So they're sentient but not sapient.
Something like that. That being said, it certainly is motivated by its procreation. Like whether you want to consider this it's young or not, it isn't really fully formed yet. But it would want this for sure.
Give it back.
Guess we toss it down a side tunnel the next time we pass one.
You just toss it? Like,
forward pass.
Ladies and gentlemen, please don't toss babies.
It's not a baby.
It's not a forward pass. It's a shovel pass. He's doing it sideways.
Regardless.
He wants the baby.
Major spoilers does not condone the throwing of babies.
It's not a baby.
Sometimes you come home, you've had a hard day, you throw a baby. Don't throw a baby.
Qualities.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like a PSA starring, Vicky from Small Wonder.
It's only half of a baby right now.
Robert,
what?
Chuck the half a baby.
I am. We are.
All right, and with that, you guys are desperately gathering around the elevator as the sandworm veers a right turn to follow down a different tunnel, but it seems to have burrowed through some structural supports. So you guys can feel, Bob, as aforementioned, the cave-in beginning. You wonder how long that elevator has.
Oh man, we better hurry.
So we're just going to go through nothing but PCs now. Quentin.
All right. I'm going to take a small probe. I'm going to plug it into the elevator, and I'm going to put the elevator in turbo boost mode.
Okay, but it can only fit so many people. Bob,
how many of us are there?
Well, there's 6 of you plus 5 trash wyverns plus another couple dozen prisoners plus Spago.
All right, I think I speak for everyone when I say screw Spago.
How many people does the elevator fit? Like, not its specifications. Like,
It'll hold everyone but Quentin.
How many can we cram in there?
Well,
Quentin's
I think you guys
little.
are able to fit about 8 full-sized people, depending. Honestly, weight matters more. So you could probably fit more like 10 or 12 if none of them were Spago, because Spago is he's supernaturally dense.
And also heavy. See, I made Steven laugh.
No, I'm laughing at Kevin.
No.
I think Spago's going to get to stay here with that really angry sandworm.
You could fit all 11 people who have names except for Spago.
Sounds great.
I think that's a plan.
If we fit all 11 named characters, can we fit any unnamed characters?
You could squeeze in one.
Yeah, let's get them.
Whoever it is.
We'll send the elevator back down for the rest of you.
Yeah.
Can I change my action to just stunning Spago with like an electrical burst, or
Absolutely.
I'm gonna just cruise.
You still realize that you need to hack his control
his
device to
DNA.
control the elevator, though.
Ooh, so it's probably going to have to be a melee attack, where I scrape off some of his effluvium.
You succeed. You guys can quickly surround him, take his device, scrape up some of his DNA, and then play back some of the recording.
I'll edit it together out of the existing stuff. It'll sound like Chef's last episode of South Park. I authorize this elevator to rise.
I'll snag that pike off of Skritic, too.
Oh, yeah, you had to pick it up off the ground when you came back. But yes, you now have the cryo pike. And as you guys are heading up the elevator, the prisoner turns to you guys. You're just going to leave everyone else behind?
No, we're sending the elevator back down.
Is there any rope or cable that we can tie off onto the bottom that they can try to hold on?
You guys could open the security latch down below. It's kind of like a trap door, and try running some cable down to help people climb up.
Yeah, I suppose there's that too.
We can do that.
Let's do that. Full prison break.
So the elevator is straining, and you hear crashing sounds down below, and it sounds like a crystalline opera team is getting butchered down there. As several of the prisoners take their feelings out on Spago using their muck rakes. Yeah. And then a bunch of more of them grab onto the cables, which it sounds like Skritic lowered and Vangi is helping secure. How else are you guys keeping this thing from collapsing? Under the weight of this.
I'm going to ask Bob to plug himself into the elevator and see if he can hack it in some way to probably actually take some safeties off.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm going to disregard any safeties that would trigger any automatic brakes or weight limit.
Oh man. They had so few safeties enabled already. Oh, this place was not up to code. But yeah, you can as per Quentin's suggestion, you jam it into overdrive. The elevator goes shooting up. You hear a great cave in down below as there's an enormous crash, and there's suddenly a huge glowing green mass approaching you from underneath. Oh no, it's a geyser of muck as everyone in the elevator is just covered in muck head to toe as the elevator surfaces and you enter. The elevator opens and like you have only a little bit of time to basically collapse in and pull everybody out before the elevator itself collapses down. It's no longer a secure shaft, and you are in the ruined, like earthquake ruins of the muckraker's office with like the receptionist, taking shelter, and everyone is covered in bioluminescent green slime.
Nice.
And that is where we will end this episode.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating in our shenanigans this week as we did a little prison break for y'all. I think this may be one of the few times where our plan kind of worked, ? We'll be back next week. We'll see what happens to our intrepid crew. But until then, don't forget, you can go check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/majorspoilers. And here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2021 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.